We are finally here at the Titanic Museum and we're gonna learn more about the Titanic back then. And that was a nice experience inside the Titanic Museum right here in Belfast. I must say I have had the most amazing feeling inside there, learning everything that really occurred back in the years. Welcome to Grace on Board. Today we're in Belfast and I'm going to have an excursion in Titanic Belfast Museum and the city tour. So here we are waiting for the shuttle to be full and we're gonna head off to Belfast Titanic Museum. Alright, so come with me as we explore
and
Belfast.
Welcome to Belfast, the capital of the Northern Ireland, the beautiful city. Oh, you wanna be here? Now, our journey to Belfast Museum kicked off and we were so excited to go and see what Belfast has for us. And so, on our way to the museum and city tour, I came across the world famous Foster Hotel that was bombed more than 33 times. Can you believe that? And it's still standing still and in operation. All right. So I was so excited to learn more about the city and let's keep watching.
Queen's University, Belfast. And as you can see, it is in that very vibrant Belfast brick. Put to good use there. In fact, the sandstone is actually local sandstone as well. So it's called the Lanyon Building. It's designed by the gentleman, it's named after the gentleman who designed it, Charles Lanyon, who was known, he's an Englishman, he was known as the architect of Belfast because he did a lot of the great buildings.
So, from the port to the city took us about 15 minutes by bus. It was really close, but we really needed a bus to go to. So when you are cruising outside the port, there's a shuttle, so you can take a shuttle which leads you to the city and you can do your explorations. Could be shopping, could be discoveries and all that, but it was roughly about 15 minutes.
So we are in Belfast and we are doing a city tour before we proceed to the Titanic Museum. So we are headed into the City Hall of Belfast. So like I said, I have an excursion and this is what we're going through in Belfast. So we're gonna go in and do a tour of the City Hall. Yes, so this is the City Hall. Of Belfast. At the entrance we have the statues.
And here we're already inside the City Hall of Belfast. As you can see, they displayed icon, I don't know how you call it, where you could stand and take a picture. So this is indeed the proof that we are in Belfast. And so in this city hall, they have displayed names and families of the people who lost their lives when the ship went sinking. May their souls continue resting in peace. So this is where they have like a memorial, like, I don't know, the memorial, I don't know how to put it, like, these were the names and the details of the people who went sinking. And all I can say is that may their souls continue resting in peace.
Outside the City Hall, they have displayed the name of the people who lost their lives during the Titanic ship that sank in 1912, and it's a sad moment as a crew member to view this, but may their souls continue resting in peace. So all their names are displayed there, and I came to find out that usually people are cruising with families, and like one of the saddest story that I just heard is like one mother passed on with her 9 children, which is really sad. But anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, so we're still carrying on to the Belfast tour, and I can tell it's getting interesting. So we're gonna be in the Titanic Museum in a few minutes. Yeah, stay tuned. To the bus, headed to my next destination. So it was a lovely view in the City Hall, where they have the Titanic memorial with all the names that like I just displayed. And now we're heading back to our next stop, and I'm loving the tour. I've always been curious about the Titanic scenario and all that. I never knew it would come to cover the story, and I'm so glad I'm doing this, and keep watching. It's gonna be interesting, I promise. And I must admit that Belfast indeed is a very beautiful city. From the environment, the structural buildings, and everything is just classy. And the shops are just close by, and as well as the restaurants. So you could just walk in and grab something to eat. So this is the ticket you get for you to access the Titanic Museum.
So say they're just getting ready for us. We are a little bit early, so which is nice because we'll get you a few more minutes. But just a reminder that we will be leaving here at 13:40.
All right, so finally we are here at the Titanic Museum. Like I can show you the beautiful and wonderful star-shaped building over there. It's a really, really beautiful architect over here. All right, so we are finally here at the Titanic Museum, and we're gonna learn more about the Titanic back then. So we are in a group, and we just took our tickets, and you need to pay for the excursion. So meaning you have to book earlier, and you book earlier, then you get the ticket, and then you get to access the Titanic Museum. I'm gonna show you a close look of the so this is the Titanic Museum here in Belfast. So we are waiting to go inside and explore.
So having booked the tour, now you have to show your ticket at the entrance. And at the entrance, you're issued with headphones, and also it's like a starter pack for you to listen to the explanation of the tour inside.
Alright, so we're gonna take the elevator and go up and start the tour. So I'm following the crowd. And all that. So I have this audio call them, and now this one, and I still have my ticket with me. Going in inside the Titanic Museum. I'm curious to find out what is happening inside. The Titanic ship was built in Belfast at Harland and Wolff Shipyard. More than 15,000 Belfast workers built Titanic and its sister ships, the RMS Olympic. Many families in Belfast had members working at Harland and Wolff, and the Titanic was a source of pride to the community. I know I must be feeling guilty to cover a Titanic ship, whereas I'm a crew member working on board a ship. But here is the truth. Titanic's legacy lives on, reminding us of the ambitions and aspirations that gave rise to one of the history's most enduring legends. Today, Belfast is a home to the Titanic Belfast Museum, a major visitor attraction that opened in 2012. The museum is shaped to resemble the ship's bow and seats on the site of the former Harland and Wolff shipyard near the Titanic, where it was built and launched. Belfast celebrates its connection to the Titanic with pride, while also commemorating the lives lost. The Titanic Belfast Museum provides interactive exhibitions, art crafts, and memorials, making a key site for Titanic history. So, coming to describe the physical attributes of the Titanic ship, so we could say that the actual length overall of the ship was 882 feet 9 inch, that is close to 269.1 meters. The beam of the ship was 92 feet, you can also say 28 meters, and the draught of the ship was 34 feet 7 inch, which is 10.5 meters, and the displacement was 52,310 tons, and then the power was 46,000 HP. When it comes to its propellers, the ship propulsion, it had 3 propellers. Then the capacity of the ship was 3,547 passengers and crew. And at that moment, it was sailing at 21 knots. You can say 39 kilometers per hour. Well, I have tried to analyze the information I could get. I'm not good in pronunciation. I'm close to being a captain. So that was a tour inside the shipyard. We had to take the looks like a cable car, actually. It's somehow electronic, and we went down beneath and we saw the artwork of the ship and all the interesting facts about what happens in the shipyard. So I'm still in the Titanic Museum, the amazing star-shaped building, and right here it's full of design. The interior design right here is just incredible, and I'm loving the elevator down here. Yeah, I think this is the longest elevator I have seen. But the longest, this must be the longest elevator that I have seen, and indeed it's a very interesting place to be. As beautiful as it looks from outside, that is how it looks inside. Audio maps, how do you call them? These ones that they gave us when we were coming inside. So you have to give back. But then do you ever return these things after you take a flight? See? Yeah. I hope you return them. I know some people who are guilty who don't return them after landing. So alright, it's time to go back. That was a nice experience over there. Belfast Museum stands as a tribute to those who built the ship and to the past. And now we're gonna end up in the Titanic store and get some souvenirs. And that was a nice experience inside the Titanic Museum right here in Belfast. I must say I have had the most amazing feeling inside there, learning everything that really occurred back in the years I was not really born. Yes, so it was an excursion that I did pay for it in advance for me to get a space. It took me around 2 hours in there, exploring the excursion inside there, and it was an amazing one like you have just watched. Like you see, we started all this journey from the last port of call in Cork, where the Titanic was lastly seen, and that is where the story started, and all the way to Belfast. And I'm so excited and I'm so glad to have covered this story, and thank you so much for watching. As you can see outside, this is the star-shaped building of the Titanic Museum here in Belfast. I love the architecture that is outlaid behind me, and indeed it's an amazing place to be. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Ciao ciao. See you on the next one. Ciao ciao.